Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to check out the Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube page. We always greatly appreciate it. It is a Wednesday, which means it's going to be a top 10 countdown. We always try to do that each week on a Wednesday, and I mentioned on Monday doing my weekly Braves review that this top 10 countdown, I have made a decision to not make it about sports or wrestling. And if you watched yesterday's video where I did my weekly NASCAR review, I told you that next week is going to be top 10 all-time WWE finishers, and that's because my friend Anthony had actually asked me one day last week if I would do that. So he has been specific, and he wants top 10 all-time WWE finishers. In my opinion, that'll be coming up next Wednesday on our weekly top 10 countdown. Tomorrow, I'm going to do my early season over-under on my prediction for the 2021 LSU Tigers, or as some call them, the Bayou Bengals, because my friend Eric, who is a Georgia Bulldog fan, has asked me to do it because he has a coworker who's an LSU fan and he wants to share the video with them. And I actually know the LSU fan personally, so I cannot wait to hear what he thinks about my prediction for the LSU 2021 football season. That'll be tomorrow. And then I've got a buddy I met through social media last week named Chris, who is a fan of the Cincinnati Bengals. So coming up on Friday, I'm going to give you my prediction on how many wins and how many losses the Cincinnati Bengals will have in the 2021 NFL season. And then on Saturday, we're going to be doing our AEW preview for their Sunday night pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. And I'm waiting because, of course, we know tonight Dynamite comes on and they may announce another match or two. So I'm going to wait just to make sure. We'll do that coming up on Saturday. So a busy week is ahead. But today, this week's countdown is not sports-based. It's not wrestling-based. And I'm only doing this countdown because of the fact that this upcoming weekend, of course, is Memorial Day weekend, because Monday is Memorial Day. And even though summertime doesn't actually start till June the 20th, is the first day of summer on the calendar, but Memorial Day weekend and Memorial Day is the unofficial kickoff to the summertime season, because most kids are out of school and the weather's starting to get hot. So Memorial Day weekend is the official kickoff of summer. And since it is summertime, so most people now are either on vacation or getting ready to go on vacation. This week's countdown is going to be top 10 most, I guess you call them, bucket list places here in the U.S. And the reason why I'm doing in the U.S. is because not everybody can afford to leave the U.S. Plus, I know my wife, she's not getting on a boat and she's not getting on a plane. And of course, we always spend our vacations in the Great Smoky Mountains. We love going there. It's not that far of a drive, so we'll probably always go there. But these are places that basically everybody needs to see sometime in their lifetime, and that's why I guess you can call it a top 10 bucket list, because these ain't really per se like vacation destinations of things to do and tourist cities. It's just things that we need to see basically for the beauty of the area. And number 10 on the list is Telluride, Colorado. Now, if you're a fan of country music, there's a lot of country songs that mention Telluride, and I believe Dierks Bentley and I believe Blake Shelton, if I'm not mistaken, both currently have vacation homes in Telluride, Colorado, and a 90s, early 2000s country singer also has a vacation home in Telluride, Colorado. Number 9 on the list is Honolulu, Hawaii. Number 8 on the list, of course, is Washington, D.C. Number 7 is the entire city of San Francisco. And number 6 is New York City. Now, of course, when you watch this video, if there's any place on this top 10 countdown that you've been to, please feel free to comment and let me know. Any place on this list that you would love to go to, please feel free to comment and let me know. Before we get into the top 5, I'll recap 10 through 6. 10 was Telluride, Colorado. 9 was Honolulu, Hawaii. 8 is Washington, D.C. 7 is San Francisco. And 6 is New York City. I'm not going to waste everybody's time talking about all these places because I think these are all places that even if you haven't been there, you've at least seen them on TV or you've seen them on your computer, because a lot of these cities you see on TV every day, because a lot of TV shows and a lot of movies are based, especially in San Francisco and New York City and Washington, D.C. I know the 90s sitcom that was one of the most popular sitcoms on TV for a while. From about 91 through 98, it ran neck and neck with Family Matters for most popular sitcom, and that was Full House. And their opening intro, it always showed that big, huge bridge that's located in downtown San Francisco. Everybody's watched that show a time or two. If you like this video so far, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I always try to make it a daily routine to respond to everybody on every comment that I get. And we'll go ahead and break the top 5 now. And I've got an aunt and an uncle. I've got an aunt, Anita, and an Uncle Paul, who are going to love number 5 on this list. Now, I'm not sure if they've been to this part of the state, but I know they were just in this state about 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, and they've been there numerous times, and they both love it, and that is Montana. But this particular part, that's number 5 on the top 10 bucket list vacation places, is Glacier National Park in Montana. And next time I talk to either one of them, I'm going to ask them if they've actually been to Glacier National Park. But I know they've been to Montana numerous times. Number 4 on the list is another city in Hawaii. At number 9, we had Honolulu. At number 4 on the list, we've got Maui, Hawaii. Number 3 on the list is Yellowstone National Park, which actually covers part of Wyoming, part of Montana, and a part of Idaho. Number 2 on the list, out in California, is Yosemite National Park. And number 1 on the list, of course, is the Grand Canyon in Arizona. Now, that is the top 10 bucket list type places that they say every single person needs to see in their lifetime. It's basically just for the beauty of the area. And I've seen pictures of all these places, but I've never been to any of these places. And that's why I said earlier that my wife and I always go to the Great Smoky Mountains, because it is pretty, but there's also a lot of stuff to do there. All these places are pretty, but from where we live, it would take so long to get there, and I would drive out there and then see it, and then I'd want to leave, because I don't want to just sit there and look at it for 3-4 straight days. I want to be able to do something. And that's why we always go to the Smoky Mountains, because there's just so much to do. I don't want to go to a place just to sightsee. I want to go there to have activities and things to do. But if there is anything on this list that you'd like to talk about, please feel free to comment and let me know, whether it's a place you've been to, a place you've heard about, or a place you want to go to, or if you are getting ready to just go on vacation now that it's almost the official kickoff of the summertime. Please feel free to let me know about that as well. We've already taken our vacation for the year, so if you're getting ready to go on vacation, please feel free to let me know about that. And if you have not yet decided where you're going, you just know you're taking some time off work, wherever your job may be. Maybe you want to think about going to one of these places, and maybe you don't live too far from some of these places. I know we've got subscribers already from Texas and South Dakota. We've even got a subscriber in Colorado, so maybe they're not far from a Telluride, Colorado. I'm not exactly sure where that's located in the state of Colorado, but maybe they're not too far from that. So please feel free to let me know if you have any thoughts on any of these top 10 bucket list type places for everybody to see during their lifetime. Before we get out of here, I'll give you my dad joke of the day. Why did the house go to the doctor? It was having window panes. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.